Hey, Shalom Akim, Yahabah Shema Shai, Bashim Kakadash, Brakathum. It says Psy War. The real battle is the mind. And I pressed the button and hopefully Satan don't mess it up again. But this is a nice documentary. It's basically talking about how the U.S. starts Psy Wars, you know. And this is one of the Psy Wars that they or psyops that they used was the whole pulling down of those statues. That was part of the agenda. But this is giving you some history on it.
Here in the United States, we're often brought up and told we don't have propaganda, that we have a hard-charging investigative press, we have this educated, skeptical, even cynical citizenry, and that if there were powerful interests trying to manage and manipulate public opinion, they would be exposed. The reality actually is just the opposite. Academics like Alex Carey and others who've spent their lifetimes looking at how propaganda works finds that it's actually in Western democracies and open societies where you need the most sophisticated sorts of propaganda. And since World War I, thanks to people like Ivy Lee and Eddie Bernays, propaganda has become a business, this business of public relations. Or as one of the firms that has often represented dictators, the Burson Marsteller firm puts it, their business is perception management, to manage public perception, public policy on behalf of their clients, whoever they might be.
Damn, Satan. Well, Khan, like he said, the whole propaganda under Obama passed the propaganda law. They was already using it, but they eventually came out and passed the propaganda law, which gives them the right to lie to the people, man. So
April 9th, 2003. Throngs of Iraqis spontaneously attack a statue of Saddam Hussein, the face obscured with old glory. Later, the stars and stripes are replaced with red, white, and black, symbolizing the transference of power from the liberators to the liberated. Defense Secretary Donald Rumsfeld describes the scenes as breathtaking. For the British Army, they are historic. BBC Radio calls them amazing, and they were, because the entire event was staged. Years after the operation, a U.S. Army report admitted that the toppling of the Saddam statue had been engineered by a psychological operations group. The document states, "Our TPT, or Tactical Psyop Team, saw the statue as a target of opportunity." A week earlier, another psychological operation laid the groundwork for what followed.
I'm gonna come out with this precept. This is Micah. Micah chapter 2, verse 1, it says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it." Right. So the elites got the money and the power to bring about these psyop war, or this or use these tactical psyop teams to fulfill their agenda, you know. And what they have been doing is practicing in the Middle East and in them countries in South America and the Middle East, and then they brought it over here to America. And through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, from the apostles and their elders on down to us, we've been talking about this, you know, and that was happening, you know. So it says, "And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away." And they took our houses and everything else away first. Now they're taking the rest of the nations away, man. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage, right? So, and we are being oppressed. We still oppressed. We still over here in captivity, man. "Therefore, thus saith the Lord, behold, against this family do I devise an evil, from which you shall not remove your necks, neither shall you go heartily, for this time is evil." Right? So at least got a day coming when it's gonna be the end of their rulership, man.
The script was for a female Rambo turned damsel in distress to be rescued by U.S. Armed Forces.
In the situation that we're talking about here with Private Lynch, as you know, on about the 23rd of March, her 507th maintenance company was ambushed. A number of the members of that maintenance company were killed, a number captured, and a number were unaccounted for, she being one of them.
We waited 24 hours to get the cameras there to set up the whole thing to make this big rescue, and the SWAT team goes in to save her, and then she becomes an instant celebrity overnight. That story happened the same day that the tanker rolled into Baghdad. That's the same day that we shelled the Palestine hotel where the independent journalists were. The same day we blew up Al Jazeera's television station. And killed one of their journalists. Oh, what we're getting on the front pages of the papers and in the news is the rescue of Jessica Lynch. So that was a PR substitute story. Toppling of the Saddam statue, they got Shalabi's group. The Redding group had actually formed them. The CIA had paid the Redding group to form the Iraqi Congress as a counter group to Saddam Hussein, and they were based here in the U.S. Then they flew them over there and they shipped them into Iraq. They were the ones that were standing around the statue as, you know, a tank was used to pull it over. The Redding group had been around. He worked for George W.'s father, and he worked for Clinton too. His firm, he used to be a public relations press guy for Carter, and he created a PR firm that specialized in war.
The head of the Rendon Group, John Rendon, denies that he is a national security strategist or military tactician. Rather, he states, "I am a politician and a person who uses communication to meet public policy or corporate policy objectives. In fact, I am an information warrior and a perception manager."
Right, man. So all it is Esau getting at our mind, trying to get at everybody's mind. But through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai, they're not gonna be able to deceive the elect, and the elect going and ultimately the Lord fucking with their mind and bringing them down and everything, because they don't even understand everything and shit. So long story short, though, this is I just hit it. Revelation chapter 6, verse 4, "And there went out another horse that was red," which represents Esau, And power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. Right. That's why he's doing all this psychological warfare, with against everybody. In these wars is starting, and all this these uprisings, uproars is going on. It says, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword, right? And the Lord blessed Esau with the sword, man. The gun, the missile, So this is the last precept. That's why everything going the way it's going, and Esau speeding everything up. This is Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth they have but a short time. Right, so Esau know that they got a short time, man. And he's speeding up the process. That's why all this chaos and commotion is kicking off, man. And the Lord keeping us up to date with these documentaries and these this information, because this is prophecy. So, with that being said, call all Yabashim Shai, double honors to the elders and apostles that rule well, and salutations to the brothers that's doing the truth and sincerity. Keep faith and continue to fight. Shalom.